Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about cloud seeding, the weather modification method to create rain. Please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. Various materials. When you talk to people about cloud seeding, generally they only think of one material that they use, which is silver iodide. This is the most common type of chemical used to shoot up into the sky in order to create water vapor, cloud formation, and therefore rain. However, there's actually several different materials that people use. For example, besides silver iodide, there's potassium iodide and also dry ice, which is solid carbon dioxide. Liquid propane has also been used. Table salt is also used and is becoming popular as well. And so it is interesting that not one single material is used for cloud seeding, and in fact, multiple different materials and different techniques, which we'll get into in the next sections, have been used to create clouds and therefore rain. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Electrical charges. As I mentioned in the previous section, generally, chemicals are used to be doing cloud seeding. Chemicals are brought up in a plane or inside a rocket and blasted into the sky to create clouds. However, in the United Arab Emirates, they use something different. They actually use electrical charges to create clouds. Drones equipped with electrical charge emissions and custom sensors fly low altitude and deliver electric charges to air molecules. This method has been proven to produce significant rainstorms in the United Arab Emirates. I think this method is much better and more unique because it doesn't require any sort of chemicals. Because using silver iodide and potassium iodide, there are concerns when these chemicals fall back on the earth and cause contamination. With electrical charges, it is no longer a chemical reaction, but simply an electrostatic one. Using electrostatic charges to charge the air molecules instead. I think it's much cleaner to do it this way because again, no chemicals are involved, and the rain that's produced should be purely natural because you can't really be contaminated by electrical charges. And so I wonder if this method will become more prevalent in the future. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 3. Effectiveness debated. One of the main criticisms of cloud seeding is that the effectiveness is very highly debated. We're not talking about the fact that it doesn't produce rain or not. Yes, all these methods produce rain, but the problem is how much rain. For drought-stricken areas, you need tons and tons of rain to alleviate that situation. Cloud seeding will not get you there. Cloud seeding does produce heavy rain for a short period of time, but unfortunately, to bust out droughts, you need to have heavy rain for many periods of time, and long periods of time. Sustained, if you will. And therefore, the entire effectiveness of cloud seeding is highly debated. If you produce too little rain, it is better to not just even waste any money to do it, because it doesn't do anything to the ecological environment. Again, as I mentioned, to really make an impact on drought conditions, you need a lot more water than a short period of bursty rain. So, think about cloud seeding as an effective tool for a sudden cooling and a short period of inundation with rain, but not necessarily for alleviating drought or to lift an entire desert area into a tropical paradise. That will not happen. Right, let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Used worldwide. You may think that only dry countries or countries that are experiencing drought will use cloud seeding. But actually, many tropical places use cloud seeding as well. For example, Malaysia, which is very tropical and does not have a lack of rain. So you may think, why would places that have no lack of rain use cloud seeding to produce rain? Well, the answer is actually pollution. Air pollution, that is. Because as you may know, a period of sudden heavy rain can clear out the air pollution. And so countries like Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand uses cloud seeding to do exactly this. They don't need the rain, they're not in a drought situation. But countries like India, for example, suffer from such heavy air pollution that a sudden burst of rain could really help with the air quality. And so I think in this particular case, the effectiveness will not be debated because they use cloud seeding to wash away the air pollution rather than to alleviate drought. Alleviating drought is very challenging with cloud seeding, and you need to do tons of it. But to clear out air pollution for a short period of time, cloud seeding is perfect for that situation. So now you know that even tropical areas or humid areas, cloud seeding is also an important technique to help with their environment. It's not just for dry and drought-stricken areas. Let's get into the next and final fact: ownership of the rain. It is very interesting that cloud seeding, because it's man-made, is subject to debate on who actually owns the rain or the water that is produced. You may think that whoever blasted the silver iodide or the electrical charges into the air would own the rain. But because the rain falls down from the sky, it is technically considered a natural resource. So there's hot debates on who actually owns the rain once it comes back down. There's no one definitive answer, and some states, like California, made it clear that whoever does cloud seeding, the resultant rain belongs to the public and not the actual company or the group that does the cloud seeding. It is such a controversial debate because the people who went up there with silver iodide or electrical charges needed to spend money to produce clouds, and yet the rain that falls back down may not necessarily belong to them. So far, the world hasn't really fully decided yet. Alright, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.